Finding childcare has always been difficult, but now Toronto parents are scrambling as more for-profit daycares leave the $10 a day childcare program. So over the last couple of months, dozens of parents across the GTA have been told that their childcare fees are going to spike in January because their daycare operators are exiting the Canada-wide early learning and childcare program. Many of these operators are saying this is the Ford government's fault, and this is the decision to change the funding model that has driven them to do this. So the result has left parents with these choices: pay the exorbitant fees or try to find childcare elsewhere, which we already know is a challenge. Joining us with more is Melissa Bruno. She is a parent, and her son attends Sunnyside Daycare in Roncesvalles. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having me. And I apologize in advance with my voice. My son seems to have brought home a gift from daycare, which under the circumstances is really just extra salt in the wound.
Listen, this is the plight of parents everywhere with children in your age category. When did you first find out that your child's daycare was dropping out of the $10 a day program?
So we got a warning letter at the end of October that they were potentially pulling out and that tuition costs would increase by more than 50% and that we should find alternative care options if necessary. Which really, I think most of us understood it as, if you can't afford it, find a different care strategy. And then a week later, we got the official notice that they were actually pulling out of the program effective in the new year.
And what was the reason they gave you?
No real specific reason, just that, that there was uncertainty with the National Subsidy Program operation model and the rollout. Nothing specific.
And can you tell us the jump? So you were paying $10 a day. Now, what is the jump come January?
Yeah, so for one kid with the subsidy, we were paying about $900 a month. Mm-hmm. And now we're being asked to pay $2,100 a month.
That's a big change.
But we have an infant that was supposed to go into the same daycare. So for us, with two kids, and for many other families, it means it'll cost us almost $4,700 a month.
And Melissa, did they tell you what those additional fees are going to cover? Did they give sort of a breakdown or a rationale?
Nothing. And many parents have requested to speak directly to ownership to find out why and to ask for transparency in terms of this piece. And we were told that they would like to remain anonymous.
Well, this child care center, and I can't speak to them specifically, but, they echo the concerns of others across the province, which is the concern around January. The province is changing its funding model. It's going to cap parent fees at $22 a day. So why do you think this is an issue for for-profit facilities?
I mean, it's hard to say. I think it's interesting that the nonprofit centers don't seem to have any major issue with the funding formula. We've asked the daycare for more clarity, and we've sent them sort of an official letter asking to meet with us. So I guess we'll see what they say if they do agree to meet with us. I think most of us understand that they don't want to be told how to run their business. But I think, those types of responses show exactly why for-profit models in childcare settings are problematic. And I think it proves why we need more nonprofit childcare spots to ensure they're truly affordable. Because if I had the option to choose to send my kids to a nonprofit daycare where I know that they'd be reinvesting the surplus back into the daycare instead of using profits to pay for investors and shareholder interests.
And really quickly, Melissa, what are you going to do?
Well, we don't know. I mean, I think many of us are looking at nanny shares. We're exploring ad hoc care with grandparents, family members, friends. Ultimately, it's forcing a lot of us to talk about one parent staying home, which tend to be women, because typically men make more than women do. So all in all, we have basically until the end of this month to figure out our next step.
I can hear somebody in the background that needs your attention, so I'm going to let you go. Melissa Bruno, thanks for taking the time to be with us this morning. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
If you liked that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.